Alright guys, welcome back to NieR Replicant. I do believe we will be, even though we played the main story, we're gonna go back in, and I believe we're gonna be playing Kaine, but I don't remember exactly how this works because I have not done it myself. I just know about it. So I'm excited to see what is new, because there's new content as you play as Kaine. I think you get to hear what the shades are saying or something like that. Your weekend will be filled with depressing stuff. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something
I'm
from my
praying
past.
for you, Quellerin.
Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway.
Okay, so we start from here. Interesting. Watching you helps. You always make me laugh. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad. The ooh voice, you have to tell me what to say. Kaine's dreams. Discrimination. Yeah, this is new content. The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly towards the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the center of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed for as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give the face an almost sexless quality. If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Well, I guess if it's a child... If the beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then I... Come on. Come on! The child felt a slight breeze and watched the vein slowly creak to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak... Goodness, I can't read. Pointing firmly towards the east. East? Really? Before the vein could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me! A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yo, Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo, the worst of all the bullies in the area. Oh, I'm sorry. Yoo-hoo! Kaine! As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, so she could make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew these were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from the safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one she had experienced many times before. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold it together. It's getting really hard. I'm sorry, I lied. Edamame, it starts really sad, apparently. Guys, I'm so sorry. Okay. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words, I don't know if it's Daimo or Demo, chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt me. He can't hurt... Oh, look, the little freak's gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from a world that seemed to have no place for her. But if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. A failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken my head off. Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath? Ew! You got a laptop tour. This is where you leave. Hope you all have a good time. Bye! Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upward. She tried to turn away, but he forced her to gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Show me. No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called to his cohorts. This is about to get kind of graphic. I feel. I'm sorry. Come on, guys. Let's give the freak what she deserves. Okay, at least... Okay. I don't know. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east, as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Freak! Chanted the children. Freak! 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 Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell, but the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare open a single blood-caked eye. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see blood welling from spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the other children glanced back and forth between themselves, as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no savior emerged, they began to an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was wrapped on an ancient woman standing a few feet away. Yeah, these people need to leave Kaine alone. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one, and if any one of you bastards ever touch my Kaine again... Oh, this is an old woman.
Old woman, hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock. You can count on it.
I'm sorry, I'm trying. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted back and forth. Ah! He screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it! What are you doing?
Quit whining! Ain't no one ever died from a scratch!
You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch! A big one! That thing could have killed me! The old woman shrugged.
Death is the best cure for stupid.
This old lady is my hero. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words. Locking eyes on Kaine, he took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out!
Leave this village!
Oh wait, no, this is the kid. Sorry. Get out! Leave this village! No one wants you here! Either of you! Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh.
Look at the fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight.
The old woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders. I'm sorry, I'm trying to not cry. Then produced a cloth from the folds of her dress and began blotting at the blood on her forehead.
Oh, Kaine, she said, why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot.
The words of her grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall on the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I caused bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kaine's tear turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You got a duty to fight until your last breath. Understand? You'll keep what needs to happen to those kids. Oh my gosh. The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting in the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. I can get through this. I'm sorry, I cry at like the drop of a hat. I'm fine. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Oh my god, I'm having the hardest time. Do I make you sick, Grandma?
Of course not. Don't be an ass.
Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her body and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mom and Dad wouldn't—
Hush,
interrupted Grandma.
I'll not hear another word of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter, and I love you. And if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell.
I love this lady. With that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears! Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one. And yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these?
Just stumbled on them while I was out doing the shopping.
The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers used in its construction, made Kaine's head hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers.
Didn't turn out quite right, said her grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you.
Okay, I can get through it. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty?
Of course you are. What a fool thing to say.
Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled.
We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. Long as we got each other, we'll be just fine.
Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began the long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away on the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape. I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough, even if it's us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane and into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Kaine's dreams, daily life. In the distance, Kaine heard the steady sounds of an axe striking wood. The noise had purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was far from a work of art as could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through.
Stupid piece of axe.
Kaine's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. "Grandma," called Kaine. Am I old? Am I normal Kaine now? Like adult Kaine? "Grandma," called Kaine. I guess... "Grandma," called Kaine. Sorry, I'm taking a while to find it. "Hey, Uncle Becky." At first you heard Kanye, not Kaine. But was the story different until I realized what I misheard? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is Kanye's backstory right here. "That you, Kaine?" yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. "Don't get too close or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake." She brought her axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she'd scuttled to a safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, "Grandma! Do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something." The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her grandmother's offer for a moment and smiled.
"Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come here and take over so I can go get the water? Shade's been restless today, and I don't want you running into one of them bastards."
So I guess maybe Kaine's still a child. Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end, or maybe like 10, 12. Gathering water was by far the most difficult of the two jobs that Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with the chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the next village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence a good distance from the Eyrie. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them could be found on the rocky acre of the land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harbored a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. Swing after swing of the old axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood, and when she finally managed to connect with a solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Frustrated, Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it! Crap! She suddenly understood the joy of her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood, and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with a blade, but the task was challenging, and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough. And my logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs and coughed out a wheezy laugh. "Pretty clumsy, girl. You better practice if you..." Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. "Grandma!" The old woman shook her head and pointed to a trembling finger at the bucket. "Get the bucket. Can't let it spill." Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening?" Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kaine away. "Stop that. Just stop," she cried, breathing heavily. "It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all." Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long life, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. When the time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending, sooner than either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandma, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's all right, she said. I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that couldn't melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. Well, I don't like it, god damn it, but I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. I feel like the old woman or the grandma is kind of giving old Toph from Korra. 10 out of 10 voices, thank you. Ooh. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. The few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted these words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey, lady, she said with said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me, they seemed to say, but Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion, fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. But the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He'd clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my god. What are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Ha! Barked Demo. That old bitch finally keel over? Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head, but before he could let fly a comeback or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. Demo out of the shop. Hi Josu, welcome! Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely, in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its cruel magic, and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine. Sorry, it was a guy. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. It's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now. Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. It's a small village, and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother. Kali, and I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandma's name is Kali? Thought Kaine suddenly. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother is an old friend of mine, he said as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I think this is Kaine. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yeah, I think she would like it very much. Kaine murmured, oh wait, no, that was the guy. He said that to her. I'm so sorry. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before a villager had treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step. What am I saying? Imperceptible step! But it was a step nonetheless, and with enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed some medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked her grandmother with a yawn. Come here, let me have a look at you. Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Oh, sorry. So anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. A portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. But Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Horse shit, said her grandma, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help with dinner. But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible. It doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easy or something. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said in between laughter. You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. Came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Posh, said the old woman. I'll take it down when they roll me in my shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. It was a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on. People and memories move in and out of a life like ghosts passing through a hall. But this moment will be different, Kaine swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. Kaine's dreams. Seperation. Sla-la-la, yeah. Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted, "It's no bug, you fool girl, it's a berry." "Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs?" "Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug," said Kaine, "and I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible." With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. "Oh yeah, that's terrible, all right." "Why, you little brat," laughed the old woman. "Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact." 5 years had passed since the moment between when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted, and so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. "Where are you going today?" asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked her for specifics anymore. "Well, I was gonna check out the calma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm gonna go pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow." "Flagstones? What the hell for?" Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. "Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm gonna build a stone wall so we have some protection." The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. "Goddamn, girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway." Gotta go have a nice rest of your evening. Thank you, Kung Fu. Thanks for stopping by. Ada doing voices. Banter is hilarious. Yeah, I didn't think this through, did I? I can't wait to see whatever has been clipped from this nonsense stream. "I'm not worried about thieves. I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday." The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. "Well, shoot. I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other—" "Grandma, no. If I don't go to the calma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that." A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. "Yes," she said after a bit. "Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately it seems my mind is—" She didn't finish the thought, instead walking over to her nightstand and gently taking a wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. "You're gonna be a true woman soon," Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. "So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls and more talk about how beautiful you've become." Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. "You're a beautiful thing," said the old woman, "and there ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you." "Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day." "Such a mouth on you. Where'd that come from?" "Gee, I wonder." "I'll teach you to sass me, girl," yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. "Grandma!" yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. "Grandma, stop it! What the hell?" The old woman stared at her and blinked and slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just..." Kaine thought the look on her grandma's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. "Listen," she began, "maybe I should stay home after all." "No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine." "And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you." Kaine rolled her eyes and kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying to desperately ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. "Don't turn around. Don't turn around," she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly in the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. She crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on his side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot on itself. No. Oh gods, no! Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! Kaine ran faster than she ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard, designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded by a scream of her own. All right, you bastard, she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you or me. Let's go. The shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma! At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive, thought Kaine. Alive! Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her on the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up, get up, get up, now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped towards the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might as well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them was surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep within its core. Bastard. Laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. The shade moved its claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward. But she forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back! She screamed. Give her back to me! It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up.
Kaine.
Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma?
Kaine, you gotta run. You can't best this one.
Kaine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on. We have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no. No. I said run. God damn it. You have to. You have to live. You have to get through. The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept toward its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs bent at impossible angles, her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward. Trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat, Kaine seized the moment. Laughing like a madwoman, she leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep within the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? Think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death. No. Can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and the flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. 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 Yeah, that. Kill it now! As a spark that was Kaine's slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer.
The beast approaches.
Ooh.
Oh, I know.
Back into the action. Oh. Okay, we're playing as NieR.
What anger this creature must have. How
Why?
did you survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today. My sword feels lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Oh god. Hi Jaden, thanks so much for the resub for 12. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the resub, Jaden, for a year. Yeah, I just finished your rewards earlier today, so you'll have 2 sets of rewards coming for you. Oh, dude, this is when we take it, monster. Oh, you can see the writings on the page on the grimoire. I really want a Grimoire Weiss prop. No, I didn't take too much time, Jaden. It was fun. Oh, there's Kaine. Our poor sweet angel Kaine. Oh my gosh, guys. I gotta read some more. Kaine's dreams. Encounter. Gently, weakly, softly, the shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shamed beyond all imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yep, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make clapping a real bitch. Ha. I think this might be the shade in her. Ha! Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary. Oh, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. Want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop. No. Don't hurt that picture. Kaine reached out with the remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture into the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable. It was on purpose. The goofs were on purpose. A smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha-ta-ta-ta! I look like that? Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud, and the smoke of her ruined house waited for the end to come. But just before she could let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something. Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me. Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh God, you are the best! Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice, let it go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die. So why not let me have it? Have what? Your body. Come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood just like before. Gosh, man, this is wild. This is wild. The laughing. Aaron, you're cool. Am I cool? I'm trying to make this enjoyable. Because otherwise it's just me reading, like, you know, on and on and on. If I didn't do the voices. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? Oh gosh, I know how to please the ladies. When NieR gets weird. Now gimme that body. Come on, gimme the body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. Oh no! The black ooze did something! I clicked it. It's okay. YouTube will be able to read it. Sorry. Oh, what the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. Then she opened her eyes again, and they burned bright red. That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of shades, burn itself into her left arm. This has been fantastic to listen to while playing WoW. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends now. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger. Burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood. Then go out there and shut up. Shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. You stupid idiot girl. You're possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me, we got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you, too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies? People you want to kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you, that big old shade that squashed your granny, we'll wrap them up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine, no more pain. Wait, said Kaine, you're a shade. Why would you want to help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist, some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants. Just want a drink from the well. Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me? Sorry, if you could hear that, my stomach is growling. Her actual name was Sunshine? You're kidding. That's wild. Chat, that's wild. So, how about it? You and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the body part, if you don't want it. Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Look at you go. Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyron, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now, get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour. Did not hear that at all. Like, my mic is muted? Oh, are you talking about me slipping a word? I'm reading, okay? I'm reading. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said, yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna go find that shade, and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, you're joking. Gotcha. Ha! Laughed Tyran. I have shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, then I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone and then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her already won. I'm not a shade. I am Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what it seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been on through hell and back, the garland's petals were still as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed. Corrupted. A freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area rose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Alive. Stay alive.
Hey, Uncle Becky.
Stay alive.
Q.
Grandma.
Grandma.
Kaine, you
Dude,
gotta
my
live.
stomach
You gotta come
growling.
back to us.
Stop growling, stomach. Hang in there. Kaine, we love you. Oh my gosh. She's been through so much, dude.
Oh, hey.
Your baby got your phone?
Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you? You still recognize me? Of course. I knew you right away. Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up.
Gosh.
So, how long has it been?
5 years.
All right.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yonah?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
I'm gonna try to not cry about that. Oh my gosh.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
They sure did.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it.
Hi, Symbolic.
Right, Kaine? I'm used to sleeping outside.
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
That's weird.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
Dude, if I'm gonna have to read more, I'm gonna lose it.
I didn't get much sleep that night.
I bet we will have to read more, though. This is one of those...
For the first time in my life, I hated Devila. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades.
Hey, troublemaker.
Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola?
Welcome to the stream. Thank you.
In the end, I'm just as bad. because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Doesn't make you as bad. But alright, NieR. Alright.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil. But what good would that even do?
I got a fire going, Kaine.
Wait, is that...
Campfires are weird.
Ooh, we get like an additional scene.
I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine.
Uncle Becky, has the game required a lot of reading so far? Is this around this part? There's like one part that required a lot of reading, but this part is like way more reading.
Yeah, me too. I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with this special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Aww.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right?
Aww.
Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine.
Oop, I accidentally skipped his please.
This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is... different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was, no matter how bad things got. She gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body.
Aww.
I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
Not too bad. It seemed like quite a bit. I'm sure if you didn't have to read everything aloud, it probably would go back fast. Yeah, it would go faster if I was reading and, you know, silently in my head. But it is what it is. I don't mind reading it.
Sleep well?
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Okay, so I think this is now where things diverged. Or not like diverged, but like...
What might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
Oh!
I have not heard you speak much about your mother.
You haven't played these games, so I was curious if it was storybook. It's a hack and slash RPG, but the way the NieR games work is once you beat the game, if you go back and click continue, you actually get to like you get to see all these scenes that you didn't get to see in the first playthrough. So like it's just like fast tracking us through some of these moments that clearly happened in the main timeline, but we didn't get to see them. So it's really, really cool. And then the last thing in a NieR game is usually a choice, and then like a very end conclusion to the entire thing. So I'm excited about it. We finished playing through the main story last week, and now we're back and we're witnessing these like extra scenes, which is really, really cool. What's cool too is we're not having to play through the whole game to get these extra scenes and sequences. You enjoyed me doing the voices? I'm glad it wasn't like annoying.
She got the Black Scrawl and died when I was little.
Oh, dang.
My apologies for bringing it up.
Uncle Becky, that is really cool. Yeah, I really love these games. They're really, really good. They're very artsy and different.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
Ooh, we're getting to learn more about his mom. We didn't even know that his mom died of Black Scrawl.
Say there, can you not hear me?
Oh, what the heck is this? This is Dad.
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
I think it's Dad.
Sorry. Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Sleeping on one's feet is quite the talent indeed. Come now, there's the door.
Right. Let's go.
So in the original version of the game, you're playing as the dad of Yonah, but when they did the remake, you play as the brother, but this is, I think, the design for the dad. But I think they might be playing it off as us in the future. Well, what? It, well, if I go through the door, it's not letting me save anything. Can I save? Oh, I want to save. It's not letting me save. It's a pretty big overarching story, yeah. Guys, I guess we're gonna open it. I don't really know what's happening. Looks like we get a kind of a long stream today, but you know what? I had to miss Monday, so not the end of the world. This is the world of the recycled vessel created to avoid the something. What the heck is happening? It's like weird lighting. Ooh, the remix. It's like weirdly textured. Like it's like old or like unfinished. Do you see that? Like really weird textures. Dude, this is so strange. So this gameplay is, I haven't ever played this part. So now we're on first playthrough experience of mine. Yeah, it's a weird stylized environment. Am I just gonna be going down here for forever? Like, is there an end to this? What the heck just hit me? What is hitting me? Oh, it's a thing down there. Go down the ladder. Okay, well that wasn't really that fair, was it? Okay. Yeah, it's like a dream or something, I'm not sure. Okay. It's like giving Sonic music. The Black Scrawl, Lost Destiny, a white book, a false truth. Okay, and this is, again, weird texture, but we're in front of Emil's house. What is happening? Oh, the remix started? Oh, God. Okay. This is bizarre. Oh my god. Definitely styled like PlayStation 2, yeah. Yeah, you didn't plug in the... yeah, I know what you mean. The red, yellow, and white cables. Ooh, the Soldiers of Salt. So we're getting into... It's kind of giving hints about the... I was gonna say petrification disease. Wrong game. White chlorination syndrome. But it's similar, similar idea. Dude, why are these not on the soundtrack? Oh, jerk. I'm gonna die. Dude, I'm gonna die. Dude. These are kicking my butt. I'm gonna start dying. Okay, this is stressing me out. Good, more medicinal herbs, we need it. The dragon's corpse brought the death of the world, delivering unto it the power of magic. So y'all are learning a little bit about the lore. A little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Basically, this dragon from Drakengard, like, suddenly poofed above Tokyo in 2003. And brought magic into the world, which basically killed humans. Turned them into monsters or pillars of salt. Very biblical. How do I kill it? Oh, I tried to dodge it and it didn't work. Ow. I can't... I'm trying to hit it from the back, because that seems to be its vulnerable spot. Oh no. It needs to come out into the center of the room. Oh, ow. Dude, that's not even nice. That's not nice. Okay, bye. See you Monday. Hope you have a great weekend. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, wow. Black sickness stains the future. The journey to return the soulless vessels. Oh. Oh, hello. We're gonna do the big sword. Medicinal herb. It's like we're going back throughout some of the levels. Like, okay, so we started at the end. But now we're like in that, not the Lost Shrine, but the, gee, what did they call it? The, like, the old palace or something? I don't remember what they called it. Trying to remember what it was called. Something. It was in a facade. We came and did all of those weird roll doors and stuff. Okay, this looks tough. Okay, there we go. Oh, I fell in the sand? Boo. Oh, I fell in the sand again. Oh my gosh. Call me uncoordinated. Alright. Oh, that's mean! That's mean! That was mean! Oh, I fell in the sand. Oh my lord. Jaden! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's time for the bug hat. I think I'm okay for a moment. We'll put the bug hat on. If I can fit it over my gigantic wig and my gigantic noggin. This is a child size hat, so we struggling. All right, your dreams have come true, everyone. It's everything you ever wanted, I think, which is Ada Wong in a bug hat. But we did it. Thank you so much, Jaden. Appreciate you. Y'all want to look at it? It's like pulling my wig off. Ah, there we go. There we go. Bug hat, Ada. We did it. We did it, fam. Thank you again so much, Jaden. Thank you, thank you. If you got gifted a sub, make sure to give Jaden some love. Yeah, this could summon a headache very quickly. This is so danger, but I don't know what else to do. Oh, I just fell in the sand. That's not what we do. Borg. It matches Ada's eyes. In what way does it match Ada's eyes? She has brown eyes. It's green. Alright, hopefully I can get this guy dead real quick, because this is really annoying. We did it! No! Brown equals green. Ah, I died again. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, it gave it to me. Jerk. Dude, this guy's a butthole. What the heck? He's not giving me any windows. He's like over here. I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, there we go. Ada Wong. I got a Kabuki outfit. I have blue eyes. Aqua color kind of eyes. I have aqua eyes. They're not green. They will look green if I have something green on. Oh, we got another door? Can I save? Can I freaking save? Why? Let me save. If I leave this area, what will happen? That's why they look green? Yeah, they're just looking green. Bruh. This area is annoying. Fart Snack, can you look and see if I can save? Or how many of these doors I'm gonna have to go through? The apocalypse divided the world in two. One that knows not day, and one which has never seen the night. Oh, I can't do magic in here. Yep, I can't do magic in here. I can't jump? Well, that's rude. If I can't jump, I'm not sure. Protected turtle. What does that mean? Which ending part is this? I don't know. I'm in play B and I'm in the door hell. This music does kick butt, you're right. Black and white, 13 packs. The vessel's forms waver as they cross time and space. I mean, I guess how many more places will it make me go? I don't really know. But it's not giving me any health. I think I did it. You don't see anything yet? Where am I supposed to freaking go? I think I need my spear back. Oh my gosh. Can I go? This is crazy. Man, I have to fight a big boss.
Seems we have been shut in.
What? Oh my gosh. I'm getting real tired of this. Grandpa. Ah. Is it over? Okay. Yeah, dude, I don't know what is happening. Song of Man has been drowned out. In its place, the scream of something inhuman. Oh, Lord. I just want to save. I'm getting nervous about not having the opportunity to save during any of this. Like, am I gonna be here for hours? Like, I wanna go eat. I wanna go eat. This is crazy. I don't know what this mode is. You can't IGN guide it? What the heck is this crazy crap? What is this crazy crap? Also ignore Nightbot, it's on crack. I need to fix it. It's like broken. I don't trust it. What's happening? Okay. Okay. We're getting all the weapons. The sky falls to the dragon. The world ends this day. Alright. Oh, are we at the very beginning? Oh, is this at the very beginning where Kaine, not Kaine, freaking Yonah and I woke up? Ow, excuse I. Alright. Ow. What? Alright, dude, this is like crazy. Button mash session here. Okay, there are so many. I'm just gonna do the old faithful whack from above. Okay, apparently that is still not working. Maybe I'll do a strength capsule and see these guys out of here. Okay, I heard one pass. Oh my gosh. Okay, two got out of here. Beep, beep. Ah. Alright, I think that might have been... Oh no. We're still not done. Ah, dude. This guy's crazy. I'm surprised he doesn't have like a health meter. This guy? He's so strong. He just has so much armor. Good night, Quillerin. Okay, finally that one went down. There's still one more though with a crazy. Oh, there's two more with crazy armor. Oops. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Dude, these guys have so much health, it's insane. I think I just heard his armor break though. Dude. Oh, wow, this is exhausting. Like, how long are these guys gonna take? Jarrett? Is this the new one? What do you mean the new one? There hasn't been a new NieR game in a long time. Or do you mean of Replicant, the new version? Yeah, it's the like remaster. No, Automata is for, sorry, Automata is the last one. Unless you consider, Reincarnation. But that was a mobile game. Oh my lord! Was that the last of those shades? Thank God. Those were hard. Puppet Priest collects the accursed prayers and polishes the vessel. Oh, oh, what? Okay. Can we not see our body? Oh, that's creepy. We're like in first person. Oh, what? Okay, no, that's nothing. Can we go faster? Oh, hello? Dude, I don't know. This is crazy. Ooh, creepy bats. Get out of here, creepy bats. Get out of here, creepy bats. Oh, there's guys up there. I don't know where anything is. Okay. Hey, Symbolic. Yeah, it is pretty jammin'. I didn't think I was gonna hear these songs remixed, but here we are. I don't see any more shades. I think we might be alright. Oh, wait. No. There's a shade over here. Ah, no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. What? The boar is here? That's crazy. You reached the peak and peak. Glad to come back to this peak outfit. You dig it with the hat. Thank you, Stevo. Yeah, we reached the sub goal. And I promised. Oh my lord. Low key. This is kind of dizzying. You gotta keep I have to keep checking. I have to keep checking all around me. Cause these guys are coming out of nowhere. So weird. You think they would make a sequel to how successful Automata was? Well, they technically did. It's the mobile game, but Yoko Taro was also saying he was making another one. And there is actual, like, important lore in the mobile game. But also, Automata came out in 2018. It hasn't really been that long. Games take forever these days. They did the remaster of this game first, and then they did the mobile, and then now he said he was working on another game. Oh, thank God. Are we almost done? Getting tired of this, Grandpa. I think we're done. Some might call it far automata. Oh my gosh. I've obtained the samurai outfit. Ugh, my hair. 4,000 experience. Recovery potions. 10,000 gold. Listen, you can give me all you want, but I want to save the game. Are you kidding? Dude, I can't just keep playing this game. I wanna go to bed. I wanna eat. Fart snack. Did you not check the IGN guide? Oh, unless your soul is level 33? I'm only level 28. Nothing. I literally can't save here. I can't leave a game on until Monday? Man. It says it wants me to be level 33 to play this, but I'm level 28. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, and if it's impossible or taking forever, then I'm just gonna go to bed. So long as this memory exists, so long as mankind has hope, a bloody battle will be waged over the holy domain of the body. I need my quicker weapon. Ow! No kidding. Yeah, this is really nuts. I didn't realize we were gonna be in a, like, locked in for hours on end. Cue the sound from John Wick about sheer will. Sadly, I still haven't seen any John Wick. Oh my god. This feels like infinite. Let me hit you. Alright, we're gonna do it though. We're gonna get through it. I have a feeling this is the last part, but maybe I'm wrong. If this is not the last part, I will just have to play this stuff again. I guess. I'll have to quit and play it again. On my own time, I guess. And then catch us up to this. Because this is silly. I want to go to bed. I'm hungry. I'm so freaking hungry. I guess we'll do another strength drop, because, like, I'm tired of this. Wow, that was nuts. It typically does, but I think this is an important sequence that they want to trap you in. Oh, hello. I'm gonna die. Does this Uwu have an auto mail arm? What do you mean? What? I don't know what it means.
Uwu.
What do you mean, does it have an auto mail arm? Okay. We're gonna do a strength drop. We're gonna do a magic capsule. And we're gonna do a medicinal herb. Oh god, it doesn't do anything to it. Peace, Lord. Oh. Oh god. Hopefully that was it, but I kind of doubt it. I can't move. Foolish human, foolish human, foolish vessel. I'm not done. Ow. Ow. Ow, I'm trying. Oh, I'm out. Wait, I'm out of medicinal herbs? know what I want. Ow. Beep, 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 beep. Ow. I can't get out of its way. Where's my medicinal herb? Ow. No, I dodged that, you dummies. I don't agree. Yeah, I'm so freaking hungry. I think these things are just gonna respawn until I get the boars, to be honest. I don't think this is working. For God's sakes. Ow. Dude, I hate it when you're in the middle of a... I'm literally stuck in a corner. Okay. Hi, Binary Man. Yeah. Yeah, it is late. I wish to go to bed, but I can't save, and I'm upsetty spaghetti about it. You know what? Forget it. I'm ending this stupid boar here. There we go. Yeah, from soft camera angle, yeah, it was not great. All is paid, all is sacrifice. It is, because you won't let me save my video game. Why are they giving me all this ore? I need to get my fast weapon out. Oh my god. Maybe not. Yeah, boar loses. Can I leave? Can I leave? Let me leave. Oh no.
Seems we have been shut in.
Seems we've been shut in. No duh. I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. They're giving me all the medicinal herbs. Okay. Can't get out? Cool. How do I get out? Okay, so am I supposed to go this way? Oh, hello. I didn't even see him. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, maybe if I turned off the game, it would be fine. I don't know. But I kind of don't want to find out. Yeah. You blender. All right.
It seems we have been shut in.
Those blenders, yeah. Honestly, like I said, if we don't get a save point like quickly after this, then I'll just have to play it on my own time and go to bed because this is ridiculous. I wonder if this would work out well for them. Or if it wouldn't knock off their armor. How can you still hit me through that? That's crazy. Bruh. Strength capsule, save my bacon. Save my bacon. Hey Darth Luna, welcome. Alright, I'm gonna take a health salve. Oh my gosh, please. I don't know. If this gives me another door, do not bring back the light. The vessel of the future, do not bring it back. Bruh. Bacon, yes, I'm hungry. Can you stop deflecting my frickin' attacks and just eat it? Okay. Okay, that's all we can do. Wait, we can't leave? Oh. Dang it. Oh. What? I wish to go to bed. It's so late for me. Okay, come on. Let me hit you. Am I done? With this alley or this corridor? What? Another couple, of course. Long day, hot and tired. Bro, what is happening? Focus, dude. Good, I think I finally broke through the defense there. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm committed to... Oh my gosh. I'm getting so freaking pissed off. Please let that be the last one of those big guys. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm about to rage quit. Oh god. Oh god. We're gonna die. Okay, we gotta focus up on this one. There we go. We got rid of the mage. Almost done. I hope so. Night. Thanks for stopping by, Steve-O. This will be on YouTube at some point. I think I'm almost out of YouTube videos, so I think it should be up pretty soon. Please let that be the last. Oh my gourd. Oops. We almost ate it for reals that time. By goofing it. Ew, you're getting away from me. Oh. Oh no, I don't want these guys. Okay, I think I got one of them. I hear the armor breaking off. Hitting it. Alright, come on, guy. Please be the end. Okay, good. There's a big boss. That feels better. Oh god. Oh wow, that did a lot to me. We're gonna do a strength capsule. Ow. Dude, those strength capsules are really, really good. No! I took an herb. What the heck? Saving! We saved! Oh my gosh. It saved. Okay, so if you die, it saves. That's good.
My word.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read it.
Bruh, what? That's weird. Tank Glob, yeah, for real. I'm so tired. Forget it. We're safe. We're getting out. We're getting out. Can I get out? Can I get out? Oh my gosh, we can quit the game. We're out. Okay. Next time, I'll probably on my off time, I'm gonna come back and get us where we were in that like crazy battle sequence, and then we can start fighting that final boss again. Because I think that we probably have to go through the whole thing. I have a feeling.